quite frankly. Now, it's time to tell you about a man from Hull, Dave Fletcher. He's got a truly inspirational story. Dave Fletcher has had cancer on 5 separate occasions, and he was told that due to treatment in operations and extreme chemotherapy over the years, that his body would never recover. But due to sheer determination, hard work and a positive attitude throughout, David, who's also known as the 5xCancerKid, has just become the European age group 40 to 44 standard duathlon champion. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Well, earlier on this week, I caught up with Dave to find out more about his incredible journey.
1999, I was 21. I would say that's supposed to be the best year, one of your best years of your life when you're 21, and I ended up getting diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And for the full year I was having like chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and it was like a lump on my neck. But yeah, that was in 1999. 10 years later, in 2009, I got diagnosed with germ cell cancer, and it was a tumour the size 11 centimetres in diameter, and it was wrapped round the vena cava and the kidney at the time. And it was critical because it was a big blood clot, and at the time it was like 24 hours were critical if I'd get through it or not. I said if I hadn't been so fit and healthy, I wouldn't have got through that.
So this was 10 years after you got cancer the first time, and beat it the first time round?
They stopped giving me checkups and everything, yeah, they thought everything was alright. So.
How did you feel then, after, well, thinking that, you know, you've got through it, you've beat it, and that's it, you're clear of cancer, and then to be diagnosed with that, how did you feel at that point?
Well, you never think it's going to come back again, do you? And when it's a totally different cancer, everyone was like, the odds of that they're all like that. The odds of that is just ridiculous, getting another cancer. But that was horrendous because I had like a load of chemo for that. I had a really big operation around my stomach and that. Take it all out. It was a real bad year in 2009 actually.
Have you got an impressive scar?
I have actually. It's about, wait on a minute.
Let's have a look. Oh my word! So that's about, I think about 30 centimetres, size of a ruler. Right across your middle.
It might go a little bit lower, but I don't want to show you
too much, no. Although it's radio, I don't want to get into trouble. But so that was massive. But you beat that as well.
Yes, I beat that because I got through that in 2009, and that took me a lot of time to get over that mentally as well, because obviously I had thought I'd got rid of cancer and I never thought it was going to come back, and it took me another year after recovering my body mentally to get through it all, really. But
yeah, this is what I'm thinking. You know, after beating it the first time, then beating it the second time, and going through all of that treatment, how does that affect you mentally?
Oh yeah, I did get depressed and things actually with it all, and it was hard to sort out. But I've always been really outgoing and everything like that.
So how do you overcome that then?
I don't know actually. I went for a few meetings to try and help me, and and I thought actually there is people worse off than me really, isn't there? So just knuckle down and get on with it really. That's what it was.
Cracked on.
Yeah, so I cracked on. So it was like pretty much the end of 2010 when I started really feeling better again, to be fair. The next thing in my life was the 2013 at the end of there. I had a scar on my face and it wouldn't heal properly, so I went to the doctors.
How did you get it, your scar?
I don't know if I got scratched or something. I don't know how I did it. I don't know if I was like messing about with my son and he scratched my face, or I just scratched my face or something. And it never really healed properly. It just kept going and then coming back. And I went to see the doctor, and actually I was in my HGV at the time, and they said, you're just going to be going to Hull Royal to see a surgeon. So I'm like, oh, okay then. I thought it was only going to be a 20-minute, like...
Pop in, have a look,
yeah,
just pop
in. So I parked my truck pretty much about half a mile away from the hospital. And then I goes into the hospital, and he's like, oh, it's skin cancer. I'm like, no. So I'm like, I started crying. I'm like, am I going to have chemo and all this? He's like, no, you'll be all right. He says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out today. I'm like, well, you can't. I've parked my truck up outside. I'm supposed to be doing a job this afternoon.
Yeah.
So he's like, I says, I'm going to have to go and move my truck and I'll come back. He goes, you come back and within an hour I'll sort it out for you. I want to get it done for you so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm like, okay. So within an hour he'd cut it out of my cheek, stitched me up, and I was back in my truck and I'm driving down the M62 to do my job in the afternoon.
As if you just, popped out for a sandwich.
Yeah, as if I'd just popped out for a sandwich.
I bet, well, certainly it felt like you'd just popped out for a sandwich.
It was a bit mentally, it was a bit upsetting that afternoon, but yeah, my boss was like, I can't believe you've gone out and done that job, Dave. So that was the skin cancer thing.
Yeah.
And then,
strange day that must have been.
Yeah, it was mental.
Yeah.
It was just a bizarre day. And it was the following year where, beginning of 2015, I found a lump in my right testicle.
So wait, the skin cancer, once you got that removed from your cheek, was that then the skin cancer clear?
That was the skin cancer clear. He said
Okay.
he cuts that out, and then that was it. It wasn't going to spread or anything. That was going to be it. You're going to be all right. So
okay,
I'm like, that's
so
it.
which cancer is this? This is
So that I would say that was counted as my third, really. But
okay.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it
my
was
word.
a bit of skin cancer on it.
Bit of skin cancer. Okay, so then what's next?
It's mad, isn't it? So then in 2015, I'd found a lump in my testicle, and the doctor said, David, you're panicking there. I said, no, I really do think there's something there. And they was like, well, we'll send you for a scan just in case. How did you spot that, David? No way. I had to have a little operation, remove my right testicle, and I had to have a little bit of chemo, like 30-minute chemo session, just to make sure it had got rid of all in that area and nothing was going to come back pretty much. So that was 2015, and even that 30 minutes of chemo, it does wipe you out for a couple of days. You wouldn't think it would really, but yeah, it still wipes you out for.
What does it do to you? How does it make you feel?
It just takes you. I suppose when you've like got flu properly, you haven't got a hangover, you have got actually flu.
Yeah.
And you're bedridden, you just can't do it, and your body aches and everything, and that is what you feel like for 2 days. You just feel sick. It just totally wipes you out. You're just bedridden for 2 days basically, at least. They said we'll remove it, and then we'll just give you the half an hour as a precaution, just so it doesn't come back.
Yeah.
So that was me all clear from the testicular cancer then. Yeah, so that was 2015. So I start getting up and running again and doing all my fitness. So I'm always trying to keep fit and healthy throughout all.
This is it, and to have to go through chemo, then feel so drained.
Yeah, and then you're starting back at scratch again, where you can only run like half a mile or something like that.
It's just amazing. That's David Fletcher, the 5x Cancer Kid. And after going through all that, starting back from scratch and only being able to run half a mile, he's gone on to some incredible achievements, including his current title, which is the European Age Group Standard Duathlon Champion. And we will hear more of Dave's incredible story a little bit later on in the show. This now is 81333, and just start your message with the letters RH. Think of it as bingo. We need to have got collectively between us all 5 of those highest grossing films of all time before the end of the show today. Now, we've been hearing the incredible story of Dave Fletcher from Hull, who has had cancer on 5 separate occasions. And he was told that due to treatment he'd received in operations and extreme chemotherapy over the years, that his body would never recover. But due to sheer determination, hard work and a positive attitude throughout, David, who's also known as the 5x Cancer Kid, has just become the European Age Group 40 to 44 Standard Duathlon Champion. Oh, it's a mouthful, isn't it? Let's hear more of Dave's incredible story.
I was told that in 2016 when I was diagnosed with germ cell cancer again, and I'd gone through, I think it was 6 weeks of intensive chemo at Jimmy's for weeks at a time. I had to stay overnight. The country being off, I had to stay overnight, and they had to have like 24-hour treatment for like 6 days a week. It was over the course of like 12 weeks, I think it was. And yeah, at the end of there, and then I had to have 2 operations, and they said, we don't think we're ever going to be able to get rid of this cancer, or we don't think your body will ever really recover. Your skin won't really recover properly. It won't be protected from the sun anymore because you've had that much chemo.
Yeah.
And I don't know if when you'll be able to go back to work, David. This is what they were saying to me, and I'm like, well, I'll get through it like I have done before. Like, so it was after my last big operation. I've managed to run a 10k actually after my last big operation in October in 2016.
That was in 2016?
Yeah. I was really ill in 2016, but I managed to just get round a 10k really slow with my family and that. And it was just a real nice, it was like, feel alive again, just being able to do something normal.
Yeah.
I've been pretty much bedridden all year.
I bet that felt so good.
It felt, yeah, because I just love running. I've always loved running, so just to be able to do something like that. But yeah, the doctors said I'd never recover properly. And they're like, oh, it's going to take you a long time to get back to work. And in the January, I was already back at work. And I was like, you're already back at work? I was going to give it, say, another 6 months, you might be ready to get back to work. But yeah, so I was back to work in the January.
So despite then going through so much chemo, the operations, and your 10k run that you then did. You've then gone on to achieve a fair bit more, haven't you, David? Tell me about your achievements.
Yeah, so, well,
This
it was...
is amazing. I'll let you tell the story.
Well, I've always done running and things. In 2013, after I've had cancer a couple of times before, I wanted to give something back to cancer really, so I organised a big bike ride from Land's End to Hull, and all my family got involved. My wife, we all went out, bought bikes. I'd never really ridden before properly really since I was a kid, and we rode for like 500 miles from Land's End to Hull over 8 days.
That's a nice family bike ride.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was fantastic, and well, 13 of us did it, and we ended up raising like £13,000 for cancer research.
No way.
Yeah, that was mega.
Incredible.
That got me into cycling. So then I was doing cycling and running, and I really enjoyed the cycling. And so my brother's like, "You've got to go for triathlons, Dave. You've got to do triathlons." I go, "You'll be good at it. You'll be good at it." And I'm like, "I can't swim, Rob. I can't swim." He's like,
well,
he said,
I might have obstacles.
well, it isn't. I can't swim, and I don't really like swimming, to be fair. He says, "Come to Hull Masters, they'll teach you how to swim properly and everything, and we'll give it a go." So I'm like, "Yeah, all right then." So in 2015, I did my first triathlon in between all my cancers and everything. I enjoyed it, but I just still wasn't really doing the swimming type of thing. And then 2017, I did like a long course weekender that was on TV on Channel 4, and they featured me throughout the full TV programme. That was really good.
Get you.
So
Well, where did this happen?
That was in Wales, in Tenby. Yeah, so
nice.
that was on the long course weekend. So then obviously the year after I had to do, it was like an Ironman distance but over 3 days. So then obviously the year after I had to try and do, my plan was to do an Ironman.
What is an Ironman distance?
So an Ironman distance is 2.4 mile swim.
Right. Oh, heck. Right,
and then it's 112 miles on the bike. And then after that you've got to run a marathon, 26.2 miles.
It's as much as that?
Yeah, that's like an ultimate challenge really.
Oh my word.
So that was my plan in 2016, but obviously I was ill in 2016,
yeah.
so I ended up doing that in 2018 actually, the Ironman in the end. So when I properly recovered and everything. In 2017 I'd done like a marathon, I managed to do a marathon after being ill in 2016.
Wow.
And then got to my birthday, it was my 40th birthday in 2017 in the November. So I thought, what can I do? I've got to do something a bit special. So I never thought really I'd really reach 40, did I? Let alone whatever. So ran 40 miles on my 40th birthday. Got all the schools that I went to as I was growing up involved. And we ended up raising £6,000 for Castle Hill Hospital, the garden project. So that was another special day for me.
You know, you could have gone to Vegas for your 40th. You know, you could have had a lavish cruise. You ran 40 miles for charity.
Well, yeah, that was the best birthday in my life. It was fantastic.
Amazing.
So yeah, then that was that, and then I decided I don't really like swimming. I tried to listen to our kid like, but I was like, I just don't like swimming. Yeah, it's just not for me. So I said I'm going to give duathlons a go, which is run, bike, run.
Okay.
So you have to run 10k, and you have to bike 40k, and then you have to run 5k. So it's not as bad, is it? It's not as bad distance.
Yeah.
So it lasts about 2 hours. It lasts about 2 hours, but it's pretty intensive, really. So I gave that a go, and I ended up qualifying for GB in the age group for the European Championships in Ibiza. So in 2018, me and my brother, he qualified as well in his age group, and we went to Ibiza to race there for GB. And I ended up finishing 5th in my race, and I was the first Brit. So I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So my brother's always told me to believe in myself, and then I actually did believe in it after that.
How many people was that up against?
There was about 20 in that race, I think, in my age group.
And you were the first?
And I was the first Brit, and yeah, 5th overall. So I was like, if I can find another 3 or 4 minutes, I could win a medal next year.
Yeah.
So obviously, being the first Brit, I automatically qualified for Romania, which was this year. So I've been determined this year to really try and get faster and faster and to see what I can do. And the aim was to try and win a medal. So got to Romania.
When was this?
Beginning of July this year. So beginning of this
July.
July.
You just got back then,
yeah,
really?
I just got back. Yeah, did really well in the race, and I ended up winning gold. Won the gold medal, won the actual race. So I'm now the European champion in the age group, 40 to 41.
Word, David.
So it's like I've only had cancer 5 times, and now I'm like the European champion. So it just don't really get much better than that, does it?
No.
It's like I'm wearing my medal all the time. I'm still in shock.
I love that you've worn your medal to the interview today, although it is radio.
I know, they won't see it, will they?
And I'll take a picture and make sure we post it on social media. But I'd wear that thing to bed. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look.
See what it says and everything. Let me pass it over to you.
Super shiny. Oh, this is. I'll look after it, I promise. So let's have a look. Don't drop it. You met me before, haven't you? Okay, so European Triathlon Union, 40 to 44 age group. European Championships 2019 in super shiny gold. That's the medal right there. There's the proof. So what do your family think today?
Oh,
It's
just
so
amazing.
proud.
Yeah, we're all just buzzing. I got back on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and my wife had decorated the house and put all banners up. And
oh, bless her.
Oh, bless her, yeah. So, it's just mental. All my mates are like buzzing for me. And,
Yeah.
like, I think it's give all them belief that they could actually win a medal now as well, because none of us had ever won anything like that before. And it's like, I think it's now like, Dave's done it, so come on, we can do it. We've all started training already for it now.
So doing that is a massive achievement in itself, but to have come back from beating cancer 5 times to then doing that, that is just even more incredible. This isn't the end though for you, David. You've got more up your sleeve.
Yeah, I've got more up my sleeve, because early on in the year I also qualified for the World Championships next year.
As you do.
As you do, like, you know. And that was the week after I'd just run a marathon, so my legs was already shot, but I still managed to scrape in and qualify for the World Championships. So that's taking place in Holland. The year after it's in like New Zealand and stuff, so you can't get to them places, but next year it's in Holland, so I thought, well, there's my chance.
You can jump on a P&O ferry.
Yeah, jump on a P&O ferry, hopefully.
So when is this World Champion, when does this take place?
This is next September.
Okay.
So I've got 14 months like to really try and find another 5 minutes maybe to try and win gold again.
Okay.
So
there's a lot of travelling involved. That seems to be a common theme throughout this. So is it a bit of a do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
It does end up being very expensive, yeah. You end up having to take that extra time off where really does stretch our budget. My wife wants me to do as much as I can, but so obviously I am looking for sponsors for next year, because at the moment I ain't got any company sponsoring me anything, and I think it could be a really good thing for them to see their logo on that shirt.
We definitely need to find
the amount of media I'm
sponsorship.
getting as well, it is, yeah, potential sponsorship should be there really, hopefully.
Okay, so how can we get in touch with you if anyone's listening that does want to potentially sponsor you, or even if we just want to follow your journey?
Yeah, if they want to follow my journey or help me with sponsorship somehow, if they know somebody, if they can contact me on my 5xCancerKid page. That's the number 5. Yeah, and just message me there or anything like that, 5xCancerKid, or email me at finefletch@yahoo.co.uk.